I believe it is super early morning of November the 21st. And I've been overthinking something for a week now. It doesn't make sense in my head, but maybe one of y'all can make it make sense. Maybe. So, I made a comment on a short clip, and I told y'all about that. And just last week, someone commented bum, and I responded, who are you referring to? And they came back and they said, you. I said, well, could you elaborate on how I'm a bum, considering you know me better than I know myself? Because I'm definitely not a bum. I'm homeless due to mental health issues, multiple mental health issues, not because I'm lazy and don't want to work. And I even told my case manager, I'm tired of not having money, because before I became homeless, oh my gosh, I'd pay everything that I needed to pay so that I could survive in luxury. And then the rest of it I would just spend on whatever I wanted. So that was one of the reasons why I'm homeless, because if I knew how to save money, then I would have had a bank account, and I probably would have been somewhere by now that was cheap enough for me to rent. But anyway, it wouldn't have lasted that long, because once the money ran out, I wouldn't have a place. So either way, I would be on the streets. Now, just in case you're curious, a hobo is a homeless person that rides the rails, rides trains, jumps trains, whatever you want to call it. A transient or a vagabond are people who, they're like gypsies. They roam around, they travel. They're not in one town or one state or one city. They move around. Some of them, they just walk unless somebody picks them up and gives them a ride. And others, they hitchhike. To me, a bum is someone who honestly does not care whether or not they work for anything. A bum to me is not a panhandler, because not all panhandlers are homeless and not all panhandlers are lazy. But the bums are the ones that all you do is see them sit on a sidewalk begging for money. They usually hold up signs because they're too lazy to actually stand up with their cup and go person to person. Hey, you got spare change? Hey, you got spare change? Could you help me out with some spare change? They just sit on the sidewalk with the sign, and they sleep while they're sitting up. They sleep while laying down with the sign and their cup. And those, to me, are bums. I actually told my case manager that I'm not used to not having money. I'm not used to it. And I told her that I was thinking about going through the process of having somebody hold my hand and baby step walk me through putting in an application. But even at that, because of my triggers with the word team and family in them, I don't see how I'd make it through an interview. I don't see how that would work. It would be a trigger and I would stand up and I'd walk out. I wouldn't be able to even get through an interview. And she told me, she goes, Kiva, you're trying to go too fast. You need to slow down. You need to work on your mental health right now, making sure that you're stable enough to actually go through the whole hiring process right now is not beneficial to you. Plus, if anybody out there knows anything about filing for disability, while you're filing, you can't have a job. You can't work, because if you do, then it literally null and voids your whole disability application. So I honestly wish that I could find like a long-term facility that works with people like me that would be able to help me work on my issues. Because right now, I'm seeing my therapist like every 7 weeks, which I don't know how I'm supposed to make progress with that. I think next time I see her, I think I'm gonna say something and see if I can't get more appointments closer together. But then again, I can't make my copay and I can't pay the bill. And I've got letters from DCF over at the place where I get my mail. And I have a feeling that they're rejection letters because the person told me that they don't fill any cards inside the envelopes. Which means that after a month and a half of waiting for a medical card from the government, I'm gonna have to go and reapply and wait a whole nother month to a month and a half before I find out if I'm approved. So it's making it difficult for me to go to the doctor, because every time I go, well, can you pay something? I'm like, I've got like 30 cents on my, in my Chime account. I've got like $3 in my Cash App account. And I have maybe $5 in my PayPal account, maybe. So I don't see how I'm supposed to pay, because I'm not giving you my last $5 or $8.30. No, not gonna happen. I don't know. I'm just really, really irritated because people are so judgmental, and it just takes a split second, not even a split second. It could be like a teensy, teensy amount of time, like a blink of an eye, and your whole life changes. And honestly, people who are as judgmental as that person is that called me a bum, karma's gonna get them eventually. And if karma doesn't get them, God's gonna get them. God will make stumbles in their path to where they wake up and they realize, hey, I don't know this person's story. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know why they are living the lifestyle that they are living. I don't know. And whenever it comes to homeless people, even whenever I was like a super judgmental person, because I think all of us go through that phase, especially if we're not raised in a Christian environment the way that we're supposed to be, or in loving homes. I think everybody in their younger years has a judgmental streak in them. But the one group of people that I was never judgmental about were homeless people, bums, transients, hobos. I always had a soft spot in my heart for them. I remember whenever I was growing up, because I lived mainly around the Dallas-Fort Worth, Arlington area. And I remember whenever I would either be going to a class or a recital or a store or wherever, there were a lot of abandoned buildings underneath the freeways. And I remember telling my mom that I was going to grow up and I was going to buy those abandoned buildings and turn them into apartments for the homeless. Yeah. How the tides turn, huh? A hobo. It's funny, if I'm a hobo, then why would I continue to clean an apartment for one of my residents? Where I did work, this one particular resident moved out before I got terminated, and she already made plans for me to come and clean her apartment for her. And she's like 91 or gonna be 91. And she's still independent living. Her eyesight's going bad. So it's hard for her to tell what needs cleaned or if she actually cleaned something well enough. Or, she does her best. She tries her best. But if I'm a bum, why would I still volunteer to go clean her apartment? Honestly, y'all, it's not even for the money. It really isn't. I like being around her. She's a sweet lady, kind heart, generous soul. And whenever she passes, it's gonna... I can't think about that. Because my grandmothers both passed away way into their 90s. I think my grandmommy was 91 and my grandma Feltman was 93. Which means that I'm probably gonna live till I'm 110. No, sorry, y'all. Yes, that's right. Never mind. I was thinking about somebody else and got them mixed up with my grandmother's. Okay, well, I got off my chest what was bothering me. I had to overthink it for a while and see if I can make it make sense in my head why somebody would attack me like that. But I guess it's just their judgmental ignorance. And maybe karma's got it planned to where they're gonna blink and they're gonna not have their job anymore. They're gonna lose their place of residence, and they're gonna be sleeping in their cars. You never know, 'cause karma's a bitch. And then if karma doesn't get them, God will. 'Cause vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be here. He has brought me through so much. I've learned a lot from the trials and tribulations that he's put me through, which has made me grow as a person. Patience is one thing that I have definitely learned, and to be open-minded and realize that I don't know everybody's story. I don't know what they're going through. But whenever I see someone in pain or I see someone hurting, I reach out if I can, and I try to help as much as I can. I don't have a lot, but if I have it and you need it more than I do, then you're gonna get it. So, okay, I think I'm gonna keep this one short because I'm just going around in circles now talking about the same thing. So, see if I can get my happy butt back to sleep. Alright, y'all have a good day. Excuse me. Excuse me. And just be kind to each other. You know, even whenever someone's getting on your nerves, just either walk away or just be kind, y'all. Alright. Don't know you, but I love you.